Hey guys, my name is Devin from the Norco Library, and today we're going to be doing our March program to go. It's called A Very Sus Craft, based on Among Us, clearly. If you already picked up your bag, which, you should have, it comes with little templates, which I have already cut out, but for you they'll be, on a sheet of paper. We have some felt, some colored felt, and then some white felt, some rice, and then at home you're gonna need a pair of scissors and a measuring cup. Now we have a half cup measuring cup. You're only gonna put like a fourth of a cup of rice in here, so you might want to do like, if you only have a half cup measuring cup, you're gonna want to fill that halfway. But we're gonna be making the hand warmer first. So, I've already cut this stuff out, but then we're gonna cut it out on the felt, And if you want, you can actually trace around and just cut on the felt, but I'm just gonna cut around the template right here, so just to speed things up a little. It's easier to like cut out a chunk like this first and then start doing details, because then you're not messing with this whole big thing of felt. And of course some sharp scissors will make this go faster. These are fine though. Got them almost all the way cut out now. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we've got plenty of felt. Like, this is more than enough felt if you mess up, You can always do a second try. Now, I think I've got mine how I want it. So now, I'm actually going to use this felt to just cut the other side out. It comes with a front and back template, but they're the same shape. So I think it'll be a little easier if I just use the felt here, just to make sure they match up. All right, so we've got our two pieces cut out, and look at how much felt I have left. Like, I could probably make another one of these if I wanted to, And I think there's probably enough rice for two, so, or you could always, have rice at home, I'm sure. We're gonna set that aside. Well, actually, that's my fault. I need to cut out the jetpack first. So, do that. But yeah, I would say if you're a little more careful than me, you could probably get 2 crewmates out of this. Then it's time for the goggles, or, you know, the little visor. So you cut that out on the white felt, of course. Okay, now we've got all our pieces cut out, so we can kind of set these templates aside and all our extra felt pieces. For our next step, you need, in your bag you will have a hot glue stick. I forgot to mention this earlier. Hot glue does come in the bag. You will need your own hot glue gun at home. Though I'm sure if you were following along with the instructions, you caught that mistake for me. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, once your hot glue is all heated up, I've got this plate here just to catch the drippings. You're gonna start on one side and you're gonna start at the bottom. So I'm just gonna do the feet first, just so that, because this stuff dries kind of fast. So you wanna work in sections, right? I'm gonna do 1 foot first. Press it down. Just make sure you're not actually touching the hot glue, because, you know, it cools down a little between when you do it and when you actually press it together, but it's easy to burn yourself. So if you need an adult or a sibling to help you, you can go ahead and do that. So I've got one leg. Let's do the other. So we go all the way around the very edge. Make sure it's lined up, press it down. Now, if you put too much, it might ooze out of the edge a little. That is okay, as long as you don't touch it with your skin. And now we're gonna keep going up the side. But what you wanna do is, we're gonna leave a little bit of space open on top, like right there, because that's where you're gonna pour your rice in. So yeah, we go almost to the top. And I would recommend pressing down like from the bottom, you know, like this. Just so that we don't have any wrinkles. Great. So you see I've got a little glue oozing out the side, but that's really fine. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna get rid of these strings. And now you should have, ooh, make sure it's cool before you touch it. Don't be like me. Once it's all dry and cool, you see we have this opening in the top, and we're gonna start putting our rice in. So you don't actually need a measuring cup. It just makes it easier to pour. Like this is that's a little difficult, but let me get some rice. And the instructions say to put a 1/4 cup of rice in there. You can really put as much as you want. We give you a whole 1/2 cup of rice. So go slowly. You might actually want to use a smaller measuring cup than me, because I am getting rice everywhere. So I ended up switching to this little paper cup because it helped me pour it a little easier. But now we've got all the rice in. It's pretty well stuffed. You want to kind of You can squeeze it down into the legs to make sure they're filled out. Make sure you don't overstuff him, or you're gonna have some rice spilling out. You're not gonna be able to hot glue it. So now, make sure you don't get hot glue on the rice. But we are going to seal the top with hot glue. Kind of gently press it together. Remember, it's going to be hot. And then once it's all cool and dry, I mean, you got the base of it, right? It looks really cute. So now it's time to add the finishing touches. We're gonna glue his little visor on. I'm gonna do around the edges. You don't have to go all the way to the edge. I'm just kind of doing a ring near the edge and a little in the center. But you don't want to go crazy because you only have one stick of hot glue to do this. So you kind of get it where you want, all centered, and then you can gently press it down. And that's what it looks like. Now as for the jetpack, I'm gonna put it just on the back like this, but if you want, you can do it kind of offset like this so that it looks more like your little avatar in the game. But I'm gonna put it right on the back because I think it looks cuter like that. But you know, it's your craft, so you can kind of do whatever you want. Don't let me tell you how to live your life. So, I've got the glue on there. We're just gonna center it, set it in place. And there we go, we are all done. He's got his little jetpack, he's got his visor, and I think I stuffed it pretty well. And then for this, all you have to do is make sure all your glue is dried first. But if you put it in the microwave for 15 seconds, the rice inside is gonna get warm, and you can use it as a hand warmer, or you can use it, when I was a kid, when I had earaches or an ear infection, I would actually fill a sock with rice, and I would put that on my ear to help me with the pain. So you can do something like that with it too. You can get creative with it, or you can just display him in your room. So yeah, we're gonna move on to our next craft now, the crewmate clothespins. Our second craft now, the little clothespin crewmates. So, what you need at home is, I've got colored pencils, but you know, you can use crayons, you can use markers, you can use whatever you want really. And you need a pair of scissors. That's it. In your bag, you should have these little templates. It's kind of on thick paper, it's nice. Clothespins, got 2 clothespins and glue dots on this little sheet of paper. So, I'm gonna color them first. It says cut out your 2 crewmates from the template and color as you please. I think it'll be a little easier for me if I color them first. So, let's see. I always actually play as black, so I'm gonna color one like that. Because my little crewmate has the black suit, and I like to give him a cowboy hat in the game. So we're just gonna put it all in. I'm sure I don't need to give you guys instructions on how to color something. I honestly prefer like colored pencils over crayons because I feel like it just looks cleaner unless you're like pressing down really hard with the crayons, which honestly I don't recommend. Alright, so I've got my first one colored in, and now we're going to do some library magic so that I can color in the other one. So, alright, so now we've got them all colored in. I picked purple for the other one, and I'm working on cutting them out. So you want to make sure you cut outside of the thick black line. You don't really want to cut away the black line. And if you need any help with cutting, you can definitely get, you know, an adult to do it for you, or your sibling or something, you know. But yeah, I'm just gonna make one today. But obviously you have two. Maybe you and your sibling can make something together, or you and your best friend. Color them your favorite colors. Color them, you know, whatever color format you like to play as. So we're almost done. The hardest part is always the legs. You know, you gotta be real precise. Sorry, I just like to get every little piece. And now we're all good. So we've got our little guy. And then we have to cut him in half. So you cut along the dotted line carefully. And there we go. So now we can get out our glue dots. So we've got 6 glue dots here. We'll see how many you actually need. I'm gonna rip one off. You take the little, so there's a white backing and there's this clear film on top. So you're gonna want to peel away the film and the glue dot will come off. And then I'm going to put the glue dot on the clip. You can kind of like stretch it out like this, like I'm doing. You don't have to keep it, you know, shaped like a little dot. It'll probably help it along a little. Make sure it's kind of pressed down, but don't press on it too much or the sticky stuff will start, you know, coming off. And then we can stick our top half on. Then we can do the same with the bottom half. So you might only need 2 glue dots here. If you have any like parts that are kind of hanging off that you need more glue, you can go ahead and do that. You can also cut glue dots in half if you need to. But I just love working with glue dots. They make everything really easy. So you want to make sure the pieces line up, right? And then stick it down. All right, so that's it. We've made our little guy. We made our other little guy. So thank you for joining us for our March program to go. I hope you like these, and I have been Devin. It's time for me to go. So bye.